without a drop of creativity in its production. Disney is set to return to the icy land of Unreal Engine 3 Africa with Mufasa, the Lion King, a continuation of the fully CGI live-action remake of the beloved classic that replaced all the magic and wonder of the original with nightmare-fuel photorealistic animals, unable to convey emotion, singing their way through the uncanny valley, while also serving as a prequel to establish that before he was a cloud, a king, and a goddamn liar, Mufasa was not from a long line of kings, but was actually just some random line that stumbled into the gig and anybody can be king, thus correcting something that for the last 30 years was thought to be problematic by absolutely no one. Yeah, it looks like Disney's really taking criticism of them being out of ideas and the growing resentment towards their live action remakes of beloved classics seriously by releasing a sequel prequel to an already redundant remake that's going to be loosely based on a straight to video sequel from the 1990s. Live action Bambi 2 is going to be lit. And are we really at the point of deconstructing iconic characters to where Disney's coming for the cartoon lion that was alive on screen for like 10 minutes? Because the concept of royal lineage bothered 3 people on Twitter? I can't wait for the prequels where we find out that Candlestick wasn't actually a servant, or what a glory hogging fraud that raccoon actually is. Even the director of this had a hard time defending criticism about it being a soulless cash grab, and tried to make it seem like people are hating on the original classic too, which is the complete opposite of what's happening. The original animated movies are beloved classics. That's why people are upset they keep releasing these hollow attempts to milk existing IPs and cash in on people's nostalgia by making live action versions of them, but void of everything that made the originals beloved classics. Not to mention, most of these things do not translate to live action at all. Look what they did to Flounder, for Christ's sakes. He went from this cute, lovable fish to this abyss of sadness and desolation. I don't get warm feelings of nostalgia watching this thing sing. It makes me feel like driving to the ocean so I can throw plastic straws into it myself out of fear this thing might actually exist. And it's not like these live action movies are really trying to put their stamp on it and make it their own thing. They're literally just beat for beat, song for song, less charming, less visually appealing remakes. And whatever new additions they do add feel horribly out of place, and it'd probably improve the movie if you had just left them out of it entirely. When the most memorable original thing any of these movies have done is to have a seagull try to wrap its way through an epileptic seizure, it's probably time to quit updating the classics.
Remember the swamp, remember my song in the swamp.